not know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to There's too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Kansas State's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could...
Oh, he's got some space. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Might as well give it to him again. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it from the gun. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Power football with the run. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the back. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quarterback keeper. Out. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. And they swarm him under. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The kick is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Tatum. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Grab near the marker. It's Tatum. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Trying to impose their will with the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Give to the running back. Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's McClure. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. himself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Creates a little room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Caught over the middle. It's Preston. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Kennedy. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Kansas State will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, 1st down here. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pulls it in. It's Hayes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for space. Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, turning it on!
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Kennedy. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Tight end now in motion. They'll toss it to the left. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Kennedy. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. On the run, it's Gordon. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The give to the tailback. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. He'll keep it himself. Fights off a defender. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Going to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all. A run for the quarterback. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They want to run this quarterback. Running into the open space. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll start this drive going to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Kennedy. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They boot it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McClure. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Catch in the middle. It's Oakland. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Second down coming up. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Throws to the tight end. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Lockett. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With That said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Give to the back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Looking for a man. It's Kennedy. Working that left side now. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Oh, he got moved. Still making moves. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Here's a heat. The throw. Got his man on the right. Wide open spaces. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Kennedy. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Leaves it with the running back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to the air, trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Then the short completion brings up second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Caught in the backfield, it's McClure. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Dropping back, it's Kennedy. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Gonna run it. It's McClure. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They try to pop a run on the draw. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Kansas State will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the option. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. quarterback keeps it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
To the air, it's Kennedy. Fires to the right. Right on the money. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run this play from the pistol. They go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Hand off from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gordon. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Using his legs, it's Gordon. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Under fire. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Wild are just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. They'll leave it with the lone back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly to the tight end. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Looking for room, it's Gordon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Snap it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. To the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. On first and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. This back part of their running game. Tried to get there by himself, and he is stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first. Make a statement and get some points.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Mitchell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The give to the big fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Tulane right back to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. using his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.